Hey Aquarius, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, January 29th to Monday, February 5th, 2018. Now, what's going on this week, Aquarius, is that we've got Mercury right here at the very last degrees of Capricorn here in your 12th house of your insides and of your spirituality, okay? So I think there's lots of thought going on just inside you about what you need spiritually here to feel more comfortable in your life in some way, okay? Because this is the 12th house, it could also be a lot about your past. Thinking a lot about your past, about your life lately, about how far you've come in life, and trying to just figure out where you need to go next coming in. So I think that's what is going on with you, okay? The very, very end of last week, we did have Mercury here in your 12th house making a square over to Uranus. Okay, in your 3rd house of talk, of communication, and of people around town. So there could have been some kind of unexpected communication that came up, I want to say at the end of last week, perhaps with others, maybe, about what's going on inside you, about how you feel internally and spiritually about your life and where you want to go next coming up, okay? Because this is a square, because it's a Uranus, it could have been a little bit jarring and a little bit unsettling or uncomfortable in some way, this conversation that came up at the end of last week. Okay, I do think, however, that this conversation was meant to help you understand your life better and move forward. That's because shortly after Mercury made this square to Uranus, it also made a sextile over here to Chiron, which it will do on Monday of this week. Okay, and Chiron is here in your 2nd house of your money, of your income, of your confidence, and of your gifts and talents. So I think some kind of unexpected conversation that you had at the end of last week, even if it were a little bit difficult in some way, was really helping you here to better understand how you can make money, bring more income to you, be more confident in some way, or use more of your gifts and skills and talents to create more of the life that it is you really want. Okay, so as you're starting to understand better how you can make money, be more confident, cultivate some gifts and skills and talents moving forward, which I think is going to be a big thing at the beginning of this week, there's also some stuff going on right here with the Sun and Venus over the South Node here in Aquarius, which is your 1st house coming in. Okay, so as you're trying to figure out here what you can do to feel more comfortable in your life, or to make money, or to use more of your gifts, skills, and talents, and to just feel better on the inside, I think you're also trying to figure out what you can do here to really make it real, to actually take some of these insights that you've received about money and about yourself and about everything that you have to offer, and actually start to live them and do them and be more open about them in some way, okay? So I think that's what you're trying to figure out here, especially with Venus in a conjunction with the South Node on Tuesday, okay? As you're thinking though about yourself and how you can put yourself in the right place to do some things that you need to cultivate some gifts, skills, talents of yours here, I think though this week especially you're also thinking right here where the Moon and the North Node both are in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, and of other people, normally of the one-on-one variety, okay? That's because on Wednesday there is a full moon lunar eclipse happening in your 7th house. So I think you want to focus on yourself. You want to do more things that are good for you, that can help you express yourself more authentically. But I think before you commit to doing that, even though you're getting there here, you first need to get all of your relationships on board with you here with the 7th house stuff coming in. You need to make sure that your relationships are in the spot that you want them to be in. Perhaps as well with the full moon lunar eclipse coming in, you may also have to end relationships coming in, or maybe take your relationships into new chapters here in order for them to fully support you, who you are, what it is that you're cultivating in some way here, okay? So I think that's just what you're trying to do this week, is you're trying to get your relationships in the best spot possible here and be on good terms or on the right terms with the right people in your life so that you can do more of what it is that you want, okay? I think if you can do that, I think if you can get people in your life who are on board with you and help the people understand what it is you want and need, I think in the end it is going to help you. That's because Mercury, right after it moves into Aquarius, your sign, is also going to sextile Mars. Okay, and Mars is in your 11th house of your goals and of your dreams and of your hopes for the future. So I think anything you can do here to clear the way, to work with other people, to do some things that are important to you here and to really cultivate your gifts and skills and talents, I think it's going to help you to envision a better future for yourself, to understand better where your life is going, to reach some big goals and dreams of yours, or perhaps some new goals and dreams of yours as well. Okay, so I see anything you can do here to make room for you to eventually express yourself more authentically and do some things that are important to you, really helping you create more of the life that it is that you really want, and being a good thing. Okay, there could, however, be some uncomfortable things that do come up as you are really starting to see a life that is better for you and move forward on it. Okay, that's because at the very end of this week, on Sunday, we do have Venus here in your sign in Aquarius coming into a square with Jupiter in your 10th house of your career, your reputation, and your life direction. All right. So I think what's going on here is that as you're starting to focus more on you and have relationships that get you and that want to work with you, and as you're starting to envision a life for yourself, a life that is good for you, that's better for you, that you're really excited about, I think then maybe it's requiring you to change the direction your life is going in, to make some kind of big moves here in your life, to just change it, to go in a different direction, to have a different reputation in some way. And I think that could be a little bit hard here. Okay, envisioning your life is exciting, it's fun, but I think taking the steps to actually move your life in another direction based on some of these insights that you've been receiving lately may actually be a little scary. It may take a lot of work. It may be kind of like a big change in your life that you're then going to have to figure out how to do. Okay, how to make this change in order for you to live a life that's better for you, that's more inspiring for you, and that can really benefit you and bring more of that confidence and that income to you. Okay, so that's what I see going on this week, Aquarius. Now your card for the week here is the Six of Pentacles reversed. This to me is a card of giving and taking in some way here, and when it's reversed, there's some kind of imbalance here. You know, maybe you're giving too much to someone. you're letting, you know, especially when you get the 12th house stuff going on, and you've had the 12th house stuff happening here for a while, and you're going to keep having it with Saturn here. Sometimes when it comes to the 12th house, and especially with this card, we don't enforce boundaries in our life. You know, we just kind of go along with what everyone else says and what everyone else wants, and we explore ideas forever. And don't get me wrong, there's a time for that and there's a place for that, but there's also a time and place where you got to say, no, that crosses a line. You know, I'm not doing that. That's not for me. And I think that that's one thing that could be coming up this week here. Time to enforce your boundaries. If you're giving too much and not getting anything in return, time to fix the balance here and to restore things so that they also work in your favor too. Okay, this could also work the opposite way here, where if someone's giving you a lot and you're not giving them anything, maybe also time to step up to the plate and to give them their due as well if they've been helping you or working with you too. Okay, so just kind of think about that. Although with the 12th house stuff coming in, it normally is the opposite here, someone else taking advantage of you, and you just want to make sure you don't let yourself get run over in the process. Okay, and that you're watching out for yourself. Okay, and I think this week could be a good week to make sure your relationships here understand where you're coming from, so that you can start to work better with them in a more reciprocal kind of situation. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.